Mr. John here with an introduction to the Zoom International Math League, and in particular talking about the monthly contests today. If people haven't heard of Zoom International Math League, or ZIML for short, before, right, this is one of our programs really meant for students to systematically practice, systematically build their problem-solving skills through programs that encourage them to keep coming back every day, every month, so they always are making progress, tracking their progress throughout the year. We have a couple core programs on this site as part of this ZIML program. First of which is the Daily Magic Spells. These are our free problems every day. We have one problem, different levels varying each day, but just a way for students to log in, do a math problem, so at least at some point during that day, they're thinking about math that way. We also have our monthly contests, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in a second. These are run during the school year for students to have a timed exam, set number of questions, 20 questions, for them to kind of practice, compete against their peers, and see how they stack up. Of course, full solutions are available afterwards, so these are really a great learning opportunity as well for students to remind themselves of math concepts they might not have seen in a while, different tricks, all those good things as well. We also have a great selection of practice contests, old ZIML contests, old AMC contests, other options that way as well. And of course, to facilitate that community, we have forums and different kind of extra problems or extra discussions to keep students interested and discussing everything amongst themselves as well. So in terms of access, website, right, ziml.areteem.org, you can get a free account to get started, and you have access to a lot of things for free right away automatically that way. Secondly, we have mobile apps available both on Google Play and Apple Store, so whatever phone you have, you should be able to get that mobile app as well, and that gives you really easy access to a lot of the great programs as well. In terms of the actual monthly contests, right, that's the main introduction we want to do today. And I want to tell you a little bit more about the different divisions. So we have our more standard school with a mix of competitions built in there, right? A lot of the goal of ZIML is introducing students who, right, might be good at math at school or might be interested in math at school into that more kind of competitive atmosphere. Not necessarily they need to be kind of hardcore, right, really into the competition aspect, but we think the problem solving, the different applications that brings out is very, very helpful to students. So our more standard levels, we have Division E, right? Elementary school, basically, Division M, middle school, Division H, high school. And then really getting into the more competition levels. So if you're doing math contests already, you might want to be looking at our junior varsity and varsity levels as the more advanced ones that really get you exposed to high-level math and other competition type ideas and problems that way. In terms of our divisions, we're going to kind of quickly work our way up through the different divisions here as well. First one, Division E. Remember, this is elementary school. So this is open to all students grade 5 and below. So a lot of standard topics they'll see, a lot of word problems, a lot of application problems in geometry, number sense, other things like that. So these problems should be applying to kind of standard things they're learning in school. Of course, taking them a step further, expanding them a little bit, challenging their logical thinking, challenging their conceptual thinking to get them to solve those problems. But we hope, right, either through solving the problems, looking at the solutions, these problems will be a good challenge and learning opportunity for elementary school students, especially upper elementary school students. So in terms of different competitions, if people are doing Math Kangaroo, this is a great level to get some extra practice in. If people are doing beginning AMC 8, they want to start going into the kind of standard math competition tracks. This is a good way to get them started and introduced to a lot of those ideas as well. So students, right, who want to start that exposure, start seeing what competition is, math is all about, or just want to see, okay, I'm learning problems in school, I'm doing a lot of worksheets where I do the same problem over and over, really expose students to the different things that they might not know they can do with the knowledge they already have. So that's a great way to get them started in Division E. Working our way up, Division M next, right? So this is middle school, 8th grade and below. So these are all problems that cover topics that they probably will see or at least are exposed to in kind of standard middle school math standards. And this would be most similar to things like the AMC 8, or if you're doing kind of more team competitions, the local and kind of chapter and state level of kind of MathCounts will be kind of helpful that way as well. And so who's going to be a good person for Division M, right? Either they want to challenge themselves, start getting exposed to these more advanced topics, more advanced ideas, or if you want to do some honing for the math competitions you're already competing in, this is going to be great for a lot of kind of middle school students, advanced elementary school students that way as well. So moving on up, our kind of final, more standard math question division, Division H for high school. So there's no age restriction on this one. It's covering a lot of those typical math standards from high school. Whether you're doing kind of math in a kind of standard subject-based curriculum, Algebra 1 and 2, geometry, some pre-calculus stuff. If you're doing an integrated math curriculum, this will be typically Math 1, 2, and 3 level material. Of course, a lot of it's going to be a mix, so this still would be approachable, or a lot of problems would be approachable if you're kind of student, or as a student yourself, you've done some algebra, geometry, you're taking Algebra 2 now. We'd still recommend you try out this division just to see how you can do. This is great for people, right, beginning to get into math competitions in high school, right? They want to kind of start seeing how might these, ideas in algebra or geometry be applied in applications or kind of real world scenarios to be really doing that problem solving with those ideas. And this is also a great way to practice your topics if you're going to be doing ACT, right? The SAT math tests coming up, right? Those things will be great to practice with Division H as well. Now, in terms of our competition divisions, right, this first one is junior varsity. So even though it's the junior varsity, I would still consider this our main high school competition division. Right, so these are all topics, geometry, algebra, combinatorics, number theory. These are at a deeper level than high school. So you'll have a lot of the thoughts and ideas in the standard high school courses, but this, since it's that competition focused a little bit more, taking them a little bit deeper, applying them in new ways as well. So these are really for students who are, right, interested in math competitions, want to start practicing those types of problems, being exposed to the different tips and tricks and ideas they're going to need if they're going to then start competing in or just honing their skills for those math competitions like AMC 10, right? Really high state level or beginning nationals MathCounts. These are all going to be helpful math competitions in terms of junior varsity level that way as well. So our final division, right, we saved the hardest for last. This kind of is the varsity division. Topics, again, algebra, geometry, combinatorics, number theory, plus more, right? This is the highest division. There is kind of different topics depending on the test, right? Other subjects, induction, right? Different inequalities, things like that, that just don't quite fit into more standard kind of categorizations of these types of problems. So this one is, right, really if you want to challenge yourself, right? You should have already experience with math competitions, AIMZ 12, doing well on the AIMZ 12, AIME, beginning USAMO, JMO, right? These are really for those advanced students. So if you're just starting out in the ZIML, right, and haven't done AIME, stuff like that before, maybe try the junior varsity first. If that's too easy, or you want to really challenge yourself, go ahead, try the varsity as well. But this really is the top division for kind of really students who have done that preparation and want to really put their knowledge to the test as far as doing the varsity exam. Okay, so those are the 5 divisions, right? E, M, H are the more standard school level, right, with some competition prep mixed in, and then junior varsity, varsity round out the kind of really competition focused divisions as well. So to get started then, right, you can try for free. Of course, there's practice available. So, right, if you go to ziml.areteam.org or go to the app, click the practice button, right, you'll have access to a sample contest for each division. And, right, you can check out the daily magic spells and the archive. So we have a lot of old problems for those daily magic spells also available. Now, as of right now, right, we invite you guys all, right, for only $20, you can join the remaining monthly contests. We have 3 more coming up this school year, April 3rd through 5th, May 1st through 3rd, June 5th through 7th. So that kind of is a great way for you guys to join for not too much as well. Well, what if you kind of want to say, okay, I really want to participate, right? Don't want to pay the $20, well, hopefully you will pay, but even if you can't or anything, we have an opportunity for you guys to get in for free as well. So in the next week, we're having a kind of contest to give away free access to these remaining 3 monthly contests. So for each of those divisions, right, so E, M, H, J, V, V, we're going to give 10 lucky winners free access to those competitions. So how do you get entered, right? We want you to try out this sample contest. So go to that practice page, try out the division you want to win access for, right? Try out that division by the end of next week. So this is being posted on Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be March 25th, 2020. Try those sample questions, right? And if you complete that, you'll be automatically entered into that drawing. So we'll announce the winners shortly after that. Once we just process all the results, randomly pick the winners that way as well. Little bit of fine print, you're free to try multiple divisions. We're only going to let people win access for 1 division. So, right, you can try multiple ones, right, and that'll kind of give you an opportunity to maybe win in each of those divisions, but we'll only kind of let you win in one of those divisions that way. And of course, all of these sample questions, right, these are set fixed old exams. These are all exams that from an old monthly contest. You're free to try them again, right? See if you didn't get it right the first time, retry the question again a second time, see if you get the right answer. But that's not going to improve your chances in winning the contest. So it's not like trying the sample exam 10 times is going to be better than trying it once, right? We want you guys to try the problems and learn from those problems, and then everybody who tries that way will be entered into the drawing. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the kind of trying on the site, right? Hopefully you guys all check out those sample problems, the daily magic spells, things like that. We'll be tracking everyone's progress, and I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you and being in touch in the future with some more videos, more opportunities for you guys to participate and join us on the Zoom International Math League. So Mr. John saying goodbye for now. I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.